and welcome to my review of the Freja dress, which is on the tailor's dummy next to me. The Freja dress is a pattern from the Simply Sewing magazine. It came out this year. It's a lovely pinafore pattern. It's got some great details on it which are listed on the front cover. For example, it's got a fitted bodice, an A-line skirt, patch pockets and top stitch detail. Now the fabric I've used for this is from Fabrics Galore. I got it at a knitting and stitching show last September. It's a lovely pattern, however it does mean that it clings to tights, so obviously if you did want to wear it in the winter it might be worth adding a slip or lining the skirt section. I think if you made it in a plain fabric it would be a much easier make. Because I had this patterned fabric, I had to take into account pattern matching the different sections, such as the waistband to the bodice and the waistband to the skirt. Obviously if you did it in a plain fabric you wouldn't have to worry about that. Apart from that, I'd say it's a relatively simple make, although there is a concealed zip which you need to insert, and there's also buttonholes to create. With regards to the instructions, I thought they were very clear. I did look up on a video to see how to insert the concealed zip, just because I wanted to see someone put one in themselves. However, there are instructions within the directions for the pattern and they look like they were fine, so you wouldn't necessarily have to look up a video like I did. With the fit, I didn't really adjust anything. The only adjustments I made were for the straps. I've put them closer to the concealed zip, whereas in the pattern, I think, which was only a guide, they suggested to put it nearer to the bodice front. I think also I've made them a bit shorter so the buttonholes are further up the straps. The other alteration I made was I added an inch to the bottom of the skirt, as I like to wear longer dresses and skirts, and I didn't do as big a hem. I really like the design of this pinafore. I think the A-line skirt provides a really flattering look. Also, it only takes 2 meters of fabric. If it had a circle skirt, you'd consume a lot more fabric. I really like the fact it has patch pockets. I'm not sure about patch pockets for this patterned fabric, as it meant that I had more pattern matching issues. It might have been better with inseam pockets, but obviously if you made it in a plain fabric it would be a lovely decorative feature. The other adjustment I did make was I got rid of the centre seam on the skirt, as this would have meant that I'd had to have taken into account for pattern matching again. So I just took out the seam allowance in the centre and cut it on the fold. But again, if you made it in a plain fabric, it would be another lovely decorative feature. This project took me around 12 hours to complete, and that's including cutting out the fabric at the beginning, which obviously took a bit of time as I haven't done a lot of or any pattern matching before, so I was being really careful to make sure that I was cutting the pieces out accurately. Overall, I think this is a fantastic project. I'd highly recommend the pattern. I can't really think of any faults. In fact, I want to make another one and I'm eyeing up some red denim fabric once I can afford it.